Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Julz and Gems Podcast. It's your boy, the Julz, and with me, I have a gem. Because somebody asked me, there's people who are like, why do you call it that, the Julz and Gems? Like, it sounds cool, but I'm like, look, I'm the Julz. My guests are the gems. All right, so I got a guest with me. Also, speaking of my guest, my gem, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he's, she's, them, theys, or I don't even want to get into that. If you like that intro song, guys, I have the producer with me on the podcast today, and he happens to be one of my longtime childhood friends that we're surprisingly still, friends. And he's a producer, man. So he made this joint, and he was like, dude, play it. And I'm like, bro, that's the intro, outro. Now we'll even play it. We'll play the full song because he's got the rights, man. Because that's how we do it out here, the Thug and Sluggers. But I got my good friend LUPE, and yeah, man, LUPE, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today.
What's up, guys? My name is LUPE. I was trying to make a crowd scream in the background. I don't know if that even sounded like it. Anyways, so my name is LUPE. I'm living out here in San Antonio, and yeah, that's a song that we produced for Hero Records.
Hero Records. You heard it here first, guys. Actually, it's not even really like, it was kind of like a premiere. It hasn't even really dropped. He was just like, bro, we're dropping this song Friday on everything. And like, yeah, I was like, dude, yeah, let me promote it, bro. Let me have it on here, bro. If it's, it was good enough. I was like, oh, if it's not good, man, I'm gonna be like, lie to you and be like, maybe next time, bro. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
And I'm glad you didn't lie to me. Thank you so much.
No, it was actually really good. I think, man, part of me, if it was bad, I don't know if I would tell you the truth. I just, cause like, man, maybe he's still, on his way. Maybe he's still, trying to.
No, man, no. If it sucks, you gotta tell me. If it's not decent by now, no, you gotta tell me.
Oh, man. Job. Yeah. Okay, so about your producing, how long you been doing it?
It's been a while, man. I've been doing it for, I want to say about 8 years now. It's been a roller coaster, definitely. Been learning a lot, still learning a lot. But that song was fun to make, man. And yeah, like you were saying, we're gonna drop the music video for that song this Friday. It's gonna be everywhere. Instagram, if you want to look it up, it's gonna be Hero HERO.REC. That's the username. And same thing on Facebook, and then YouTube as well.
Nice. Hero Records, hero.rec, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Just want to I didn't know if it was RE or REC. But yeah, records, that makes sense. REC, Hero Records. Get it on the social medias. They're going to be dropping that music video. We'll actually listen to the full song here later because like I said, they got the rights, and I ain't tripping on listening to a whole song this time because I ain't going to get hit with no strikes. You feel me? And that's how it is when you got people in the industry, man. That's how it works out. Just whatever.
Somebody might come at you, man.
Nah. Sure that, if anybody comes at me, I'm gonna point at you and be like, hey, he said, I don't even know. I've never even heard of Heroes. There's a show, Heroes or whatever. Do you like Hero? Just trying to flake out the whole conversation. Anyway, LUPE, go ahead and introduce yourself I'm pretty sure you have, but just one more time for anybody who is just barely tuning in, like it's a live feed. Anyway, just go ahead and reintroduce and then tell a little bit about yourself, and then tell a little bit of how we met, and if you can recollect when we first met. Go ahead and tell that story if you remember. Either way.
Well, you and I have been friends since 7th grade, bro. That's a long time ago.
It's a long time.
Yeah, man. What was it, like 2003?
Oh, man, what was going on in the world in 2003? I don't know. I could literally look it up. Like, what was popping? What was going on in 2003?
You know what? I actually do want to hear this. Go ahead, man. We'll take your time.
What happened in 2003? Pop culture, prices, events, blah blah blah. Cost of living. Okay. Human Genome Project. Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. Ronaldo Manchester's United debut. Final Concorde flight. What else? Okay, all of this is just kind of like, not. Where's the pop culture? Okay. The ABC's 2020 airs the controversial Granada television documentary Living with Michael Jackson. Okay.
Michael Jackson scandal.
The Jackson scandal. Apple launches iTunes, which becomes a major success, selling 10 million songs within 4 months. Yeah.
Bro, do you remember iTunes? Do you remember iPods?
Bro, I mean, technically we still have them. Like, they still exist, but we just don't use like, you can still buy iPods right now.
Can you really?
Yeah, I mean, can you? iPod
capping right now, aren't you?
No, I'm okay. iPod Touch. Buy.
Okay, here's a fun fact.
Okay, you can buy starting at $199 iPod Touch. It looks like an iPhone without the button. Looks like a really old iPhone.
Okay.
So yeah, they have like actual iPods still, but it just looks more like a phone. It has a camera, flash, front-facing camera. What? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What else happened? A white tiger attacks Roy Horn on the duo. The tiger attacked Siegfried and Roy? Left him partially paralyzed. That happened in 2003. Michael Jackson is booked on suspicion of multiple counts of child molestation, later acquitted.
Mm-hmm. The scandal.
J.K. Rowling's 5th Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Order of the... I remember that.
I remember that.
Big
deal when it came out.
Holy crap. All right,
Here's a little fun fact. So 50 Cent's In the Club hit 9 weeks at number 1, March 8th, 2003.
Really?
So that literally since the year started until March the 8th of 2003, maybe a little bit before, but yeah, that's 9 weeks.
Oh my God.
1. And then right after that, 3 weeks at number 1 was 50 Cent's 21 Questions.
Oh man, got 21 questions and they all about us. Yeah.
Yep.
That was good times. All right, I got a list of films that came out in 2003. You want to hear them?
Oh yes.
Okay, it's not a long list. Popular films that came out in 2003: The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
Finding Nemo, The Matrix Reloaded, Pirates of the Caribbean, the very first one? Yeah, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Wow.
Bruce Almighty,
Mm-hmm.
The Last Samurai. Oh, such a good movie. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I remember going to see that. The Matrix wait, what? Matrix Revolutions. It came out in the same year? Oh, The Matrix wait, no. Did they come out in the same year?
Hey, God, I just found a little fun fact I want to say real quick. So I was looking at the end of the year, top 100 singles in 2003. In the Club by 50 Cent was number 1. R. Kelly's Ignition remix was number 2.
This is a remix.
Yes. And you know what's funny? Do you remember when R. Kelly was going through that scandal?
Yeah.
And then they had him all over the news recently, like, what was it, a couple years ago?
It was like, 2 years ago.
Yeah, whenever they were talking about him, they were playing Ignition remix, and then Ignition remix, like, on all platforms, skyrocketed, and then his career just, like, skyrocketed again.
No.
After that, yeah, because in the news, that's what they were showing. They were like, R. Kelly, blah, blah, blah. And then they would play the Ignition remix. And then everybody went back to listen to that song. I was cracking up. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the worst song to put, man. You're putting his number 1 hit after you're telling all the things
Dude,
that you're wrong.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. People can hate me for it. I don't care. But like when all that scandal stuff came out 2 years ago, I was like, man, I don't even know any R. Kelly joints. But then I remember I had one save in one playlist. It was, and not because I like R. Kelly. Okay, let me just preface that. It's not because I'm like, oh my God, let me listen to this R. Kelly album right now. It's more
trapped in the closet.
No. Okay, but that video series was kind of fire. Because that was like the first time it was like a consecutive. Anyway, but But no, it was I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's great song.
It is.
But the only reason I knew of it and liked it is because of Space Jam.
Yeah, man, because you can't listen to that song and not think of Michael Jordan with the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, and that's just any real 90s baby or anybody who came up, watching Space Jam knows that it's gonna be the only Space Jam, even though they're making this new one with LeBron James, which I'm not gonna say anything. But also,
you know what, man? Let's not judge a book by its cover. You never know. It actually might be pretty good because LeBron's actually not. I don't like him as a basketball player, but
he might be a good actor. Get out of here! Get out of here!
He is. He's a good actor. Have you seen him in Trainwreck? He was hilarious.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Dude, Trainwreck. I mean, Trainwreck in itself was a funny movie, but they had LeBron, and he was like the Mr. Softy of the group. Oh, he was hilarious, man. Like,
was it a starring role? Was it like he was a side character?
So, like, for those who haven't seen the movie Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, is basically that she's kind of like a train wreck, obviously, right? That's her life. And then, so she ends up finding a doctor, and the doctor guy, I can't remember his name. Don't hate me for it, but it's the guy that's in Superbad. He's one of the cops. Not Seth Rogen, but the other guy.
Oh, freaking what's his name? He was in Hot Rod.
Yes. That guy.
Ah, no. Okay, let me freak.
Okay. Well, look up his name, but let me continue the story. So that guy, she ends up finding that guy, right? And then he's a doctor, and then they're dating and stuff. But he's a doctor that he heals athletes. That's what his job is.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader, that's his name. Yes. And so he's healing these athletes, right? And then LeBron, obviously he knows LeBron, and then so he's like having dinner with LeBron, and then like. They're having a conversation, and it's really funny. And then they brought him in for an intervention, like him and all of his, or I guess all the friends, right? We're bringing him in, Bill Hader in for an intervention.
Yeah. And
then LeBron was there, and LeBron was like, "Hey, don't be mad. We just love you. That's all." I was cracking up. I was like, "What the hell? Like LeBron of all people is gonna be saying that?"
Oh
but
man.
But to finish my point, yes, I think he's a really funny actor.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's had potential to have like that comedic timing. I guess because I've never seen him in anything. So yeah, I mean, I guess you might be right. It might be good, but I don't know, man. I mean, you're talking about for me, it's kind of controversial, man. It's like
fair point.
You know what I mean? Like, there's the whole thing about everyone's calling LeBron the GOAT. You know what I mean? And dude, Jordan, I mean,
to put in my own little 2 cents into that, the argument between who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron, you really can't compare the two because LeBron has had a longer career than Michael Jordan has.
But for how long? How long? Much longer?
Oh, that's a good question. Don't quote me on this, but I think Michael Jordan was only in the NBA for 6 seasons, maybe less.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, then again, let me look it up. How long?
Every year is because every year that he was in the NBA, the Bulls went to the Nationals and then they won him.
Yeah.
And then his father passed away, and then when his father passed away, he switched to baseball because that was the game that his father loved.
Yeah. Says that he played 15 seasons in the NBA. Winning 6 championships.
I stand corrected. Hey, man, that's why I said don't quote me. I'm completely off. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I want to know this too. You know what I mean? He said he played 13 seasons with the Bulls and then a year and a half hiatus to play baseball. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's a whole Bleacher Report. LeBron James versus Jordan comparing their first 9.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. All right, we're not going to get into that, but I don't know, because I guess because it's like that nostalgia of like Space Jam, Michael Jordan, and then you're gonna have like LeBron, Space Jam. I don't know. It's kind of like, did you ever see like that other Ghostbusters?
Oh, the new one?
The one with the women?
Yeah, the remake. Yeah, I mean, it was okay.
It was okay.
I wasn't hating on it.
Is it a rep movie or a buy movie?
Well, okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Was it better than the first? No, but overall, on its own, did it stand okay? Yeah, I think it did all right.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for the one that they're doing now, or they're working on right now?
No, I have not.
That trailer is like what should have been post all the older movies. This is like what you should have done. Like wait for a while and then make the story of like, oh, their kids like follow in their footsteps, or they stumble across, this Ghostbuster, blah blah blah. And it, like, dude, you got to watch the trailer, man. It's pretty lit. I'm like, dude, I'm excited for it.
Oh, so it's not even the same cast as the last one?
No. It's about like their kids. It's about like it's like later in life, and like one of their kids like find some of the gear because he's like, oh, your dad left us or something, and then like, oh, this is something your dad left behind, and it's like, and then they find the Ghostbuster mobile, or did it have a name? Was that the name of it?
I mean, no, I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, so they find that, and they're like, oh, and then like legit, like ghosts start reappearing, and it's up to them to. You gotta watch the trailer, man. Anyway, it's like hype though. It's like, oh,
it's up to them to save the world, basically.
But it's like, I feel like that's what you should do with this IP. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what you should do later. Not like a rehash or a remask with a new cast. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, we got a little off topic there.
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all content. Yeah. It's all good. Anyway, that's just a little bit how we think a little bit. But y'all are free to disagree. You know what I mean? Y'all are free to hate on me. I don't care. I don't like y'all anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Whoa. Shots fired.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
It got really dark for a second.
Whoa. I'm just kidding. I love y'all. Y'all are the gems too. Don't forget that. All my listeners are the gems.
You know what's funny, bro? Just to kind of like cover a story that reminded me of something. It was actually pretty funny. Whenever I was at work, dude, there's this mechanic that was there, and nobody liked this guy, right? I mean, like, he was okay. He was really annoying because he was like a know-it-all, right? He's always correcting everybody.
Yeah.
And so, we all know that person. So, anyway, so this was that guy, right? He's correcting everybody all the time. So, anyways, one day he came in and he goes, hey, it was me and one other person. And he goes, do one of y'all mind doing me a favor? And we're both like, no. Like, we don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And then, and he goes, look, I mean, I know it's asking a lot out of you guys, okay? I know you guys don't like me. I know nobody likes me. I mean, sometimes I don't even like me. And we were like, what? Oh, God. We were laughing so hard. We were like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Is that what you're doing?
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what it was.
That was terrible.
That was hilarious. We were laughing so hard.
Oh,
I mean, we shouldn't have, right? Because now we're laughing at him, but it was a good one.
That's funny. Yeah, we definitely have had everyone who's, we've all been there. We've all had that person in our work. But yeah. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna kind of switch it up. I'm not really gonna interview him, because I mean we'd be here forever talking about this and that. But we're actually gonna get into some questions. We got like these questionnaire questions that we're gonna ask each other, and kind of just talk about life and our experiences and thoughts and such. And they're gonna be, it might be hilarious. We don't know. But we're gonna ask each other some questions, and we're gonna give our answers for our respected questions that were asked, and we're gonna keep it rolling. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right, go ahead and hit me with your first question, man.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna throw a free ball out here.
Here we go.
Do you think R. Kelly peed on that little girl?
Do I think R. Kelly peed on her? Dude, more than likely. You know what I mean? I feel like now, like, dude, there's all kinds of fetishes out there, and like they're being like, I guess, normalized. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, hold on. Let me get a little more specific. Do you think he did it Dave Chappelle style while she was holding up 2 forms of government ID and his grandma was watching?
Probably not like that. No, it was probably just real discreet, and then like, hey, I want to try something. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna be like, yeah, he probably did. He probably did.
Have you seen the new Dave Chappelle stand-ups?
Yeah, I've seen one of them all the way through, but mainly, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just put on some stand-up to fall asleep to.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's how I've been consuming some Dave Chappelle stand-up. Is just I watch it until I can't watch it anymore, and then like I just make sure I set a TV timer, like where it shuts off by itself, so that way I don't wake up in the middle of the night and it's still like blaring Netflix. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I go to sleep with some Dave Chappelle.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Well, do you think that R. Kelly peed on that girl?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because I think if it's worth enough for Dave Chappelle to make fun of, it probably happened.
He probably knew about it. R. Kelly probably told him. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you a question from my list. What are you most excited about right now?
As of right now, the video release is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, the music video.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man. That's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to see that. Go ahead and drop when it actually drops. Because you're dropping it on YouTube, right? The music video.
Yeah, so I'm dropping it on YouTube. Again, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's gonna be everywhere.
Okay, legit. So I'm definitely gonna be seeing it around. But if it'd be cool. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be cool if you drop it in the Discord where the music channel is. That way, people in my Discord can also see it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. All right. Go ahead and shoot your question.
Okay, this is a good one. So, if you designed and built a treehouse, who would be the first person that you'd invite in?
Who would be the first person to invite into my treehouse?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question.
And you know what? Just those questions get all weird. I'm saying that you're building a treehouse for your child or something, and you think it's so awesome that you want to invite.
Oh, it's not for me.
I mean, it could be.
I'm thinking. I'm like in my mind. I'm building a tree because I've never had a treehouse. I've always wanted one. Now? I mean, if I knew how to, if I was like that kind of guy who like good manly man who's like, yeah, I'm gonna build a treehouse, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure no one sounds like that who builds treehouses. And if it is, it's for the wrong reason. Okay. No. Sorry. Oh, that was intense. I don't know where I went with that, but anyway, no, I've always wanted a treehouse. I've had some trees in yards, but they weren't like big enough or like strong enough to be like treehouse worthy. You know what I mean? Like you have to have like a good tree with good, spread out limbs and branches. You know what I mean? Like, and like I just never had foundation. You know what I mean? Like I never had a big tree like that, so there was not like, hey, let's build a treehouse. And then so yeah, I don't think I ever had treehouse. So when you say if I built a treehouse, I'm thinking of like a treehouse for me right now. This got to be like a decent sized treehouse. Who would I invite? I mean, I don't know. I don't know who I would invite.
Don't overthink it, man.
Yeah, I mean, because I could invite everyone that I know, but it's like, to me, I'm like, who am I going to invite that's going to actually come over?
What you could do is you could say you're going to have a backyard party in the VIP sections at Treehouse.
Oh my God, that's genius. That's freaking genius. Yeah, I would invite everyone that I would for a cookout. And I used to do that a lot when I had friends. I would invite them over, and then when I had money too, I would invite them because I would buy a bunch of meat to cook off and stuff. I'd be like, hey guys, I got like a get together in my house. Come on over. I guess I would invite them, and then like you said, be like, oh yeah, guys, I built a treehouse, and then be like, who wants to go up there? It'd probably be like 2 or 3 that want to go up there. So that's who I invite. Who would you invite if you were to make your own treehouse?
If I was to make my own treehouse, for sure you, and then we'd be doing the podcast up there.
See, I was gonna say you too, but then it's like because you live in San Antonio.
That's cool. I'll still invite you. What's the problem?
I mean, but does it make sense to
LUPE's treehouse? We're doing the Julz and Gems show.
But I'm saying, like, I wouldn't physically be able to go because I'm so far away. You know what I mean?
It's cool. I'll just invite the neighbor then. That's okay.
Oh man, now you're making me feel bad. Now you're making me feel bad. Oh my god. Jeez.
Okay, look, I just stumbled on this question, and this is actually a pretty solid one. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna skip your turn. So, okay, what's something that you think you know a lot about, but you probably don't?
What's something that I think I know a lot about, but I really don't?
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, mine is Michael Jordan's career because I just got corrected
you didn't know
crazy right
jack
now.
about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You barely got the last name right. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Okay, for real, what I feel like I think I know, but I'm pretty sure I don't know about, women.
Okay, no,
women, Steve. Like the prices. No, wait, no. Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Women, Steve. Let's see women. No.
You know what's funny? I love on Family Feud whenever Steve Harvey gets a dumb answer, then he turns around and then he like says it really slowly, and then he's like, "Show me potato salad." Like, you know what I mean? It's not up there, of course.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel the same. Dude, there was like a satellite channel that comes on my smart TV, and it was like nothing but Family Feud. And it was just like I was sitting there for like a good 2 hours just watching this dumb answers. And what makes me so mad is the family, dude. The family. Yeah. All right.
Dude, yeah.
Good answer.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Shut up.
But you know what?
Shut your stupid. Shut up.
I'm waiting for a family to just be real and be like, "That's the dumbest answer you could have come up with." Or yelling at them right there on live TV.
Man, I want to, but I think I heard somewhere that they're like legit. They're supposed to, after every answer, they're supposed to clap and like they're not allowed to be like, "Man, what are you doing?" You
Lame.
know? Yeah, I know. Like it's against the rules. So I think that's why they do it. So I'm like, man, bruh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what makes me mad about Family Feud. But also it's like the funny thing because it's like Steve Harvey with his what you telling me nah. You know how he does anyway.
Then how come Steve Harvey doesn't have to be supportive of the dumb answer?
Well, he does tell him like you dumb, but at the same time like he does have to turn around and be like, let's see booty cheeks, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not on there. It's like, yeah, dummy. That wasn't going to be up there. All right. Let me ask my question. What was your favorite subject or class in school?
In school? Oh, I'd have to say, you know what, man? I'm gonna say math, but
for why?
I like math. I genuinely do like math and playing with numbers, essentially, like moving them here and there, figuring stuff out. But it's useful stuff too. Like
so you're a drug dealer.
What? No, I'm not gonna say that. But
I'm just kidding. I like to move it over here, chop it up, divide it, put it, package. What? I don't know the process. Whatever.
Well, I was gonna talk about bank accounts and compound interest, but yeah, I guess you can do that too.
Okay, you're a drug dealer's banker. Okay, my bad.
But no, what I was gonna say was that when I was in school, I hated history, but now as an adult, I actually love history. But I don't even think it's actually history. I think it's just what they were teaching us that I didn't like. You know what I mean? Because they were teaching us things of like way back then, like the different types of people that lived in certain eras. Not even like what they did, just their names and when they lived. Like, you know what I mean? And then they would quiz you on that. So to me, it was kind of boring, but like now, if you look at other topics that they don't cover in school, like, just different things, different people throughout history. I mean, it's really interesting to me. It's really interesting anyway.
You know what I find really interesting is that legit people today talk about the 90s.
Don't say it.
Like we did talking about the 60s.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope. Nope.
I don't know, childhood.
My childhood. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Look, check this out. This is another question to change the subject before I shed a tear. So, what's your worst? This is a good question. What is your worst customer service story, either as a customer or as an employee?
Oh my gosh, dude! I'll tell you the most recent notable worst that I received. Okay, I was on a date. Can you believe that? Okay, first of all, that's already mind blowing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No, not even that. Just the fact that you saw something crazy like that during a date. Did y'all at least
It wasn't crazy. It was just like, this was the first thing that I can think of that was like terrible service. And it wasn't even like all over the top. Like, okay, this guy legit starts hitting my girlfriend and pulls out his wang. Like, it wasn't that crazy. It was just like, this guy gave me the worst service I have ever, like, I had received in a long while. To the point where I'm like, this is, are you kidding me? Like, what is going on? And like, I've worked in the food industry. Like, I've worked at a restaurant before. So I'm like, what the heck, bro? You know, like, and it wasn't even busy. You know what I mean? Okay, so I was on a date. And we went to Cheddar's locally here. Shout out to anybody who's been to this Cheddar's. I don't remember the dude's name, and I wish I did, so I'd call him out on this podcast. But this dude, okay,
are you listening, Hubert? We're talking about you.
Mr. Cheddar Boy. We're just gonna call him Cheddar Boy, because he was a boy. I don't know. I was trying to go somewhere with that, but nothing happened. Anyway, so first of all, I'm already mad because we had to sit and wait in the car, and it's hot for a table. We had to sit and wait for 30 minutes for just us two, me and my date. 30 minutes, and then they finally text us in, be like, "Hey, your table's ready." And then they sit us like in the front area. And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." And then we get to our orders. We order, and then like it takes forever to get just our drinks, bro. Just the drinks. We had already ordered the food. We already ordered the food. We had already told him what we wanted to drink. And then like he came back later and he was like, "All right, so y'all ready to order?" And like, "Oh, we were ready." So we're just like, "All right, let's go ahead and, order." And then he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I get your drinks coming soon." Blah, blah, blah. All right, fine, whatever. It takes him so long to just get us 2 drinks. He gets us 2 drinks, no straws. What? I'm already like tripping on this dude. I'm like, all right, dude, what's going on? And then like I'm looking around, there's like hardly anybody there. And then like there's some other tables with another waiter. This gentleman, this of African American descent. My brother was killing it. Okay, he was at the tables. He was making them laugh. That dude was earning his tip. Okay, now if you're in the food business, let me tell you, if you're a waiter, waitress, your tip depends solely on my drink. I'm gonna just say that. You can give me some terrible food, and I know that's not your fault. But if you're behind on drinks, that's like, okay, dude, that's all in your control. All of that is in your control. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, if you're not topping off like if you're on top of the drinks and you're like halfway and then you're giving me refills and you're not letting me get thirsty, then I'm gonna give you a big tip, bro. And that's just the drink. I don't care about the appetizer. I don't care about, you know what I mean? And we did order an appetizer. Okay. Okay, the appetizer at Cheddar's, what's fire there is the spinach dip.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes. We ordered the spinach dip. Okay. This was before our order, right? Mind you, we hadn't even had our drinks yet. So we ordered the appetizer and then we order our food and we're like, okay, cool. So I'll get back with your appetizers. Don't worry, your drinks are on the way. Blah, blah. Comes back, like 20 minutes later with our drinks. No straws. All right. I'm like, dude, can you get us some straws? And then he had to go back and find the straws or whatever. And then he comes, takes him like 5 minutes just to get straws. So I'm already like, dude, what's going on? When we get our appetizer, it was like right before the food. This appetizer, you could tell, had been sitting under these lamps for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the the spinach dip is supposed to be like a dip. It's supposed to be like a cheese with spinach in it or whatever. It's like a dip, right?
Was it chunky?
Bro, this thing looked like just a sad, shriveled up, just plop of seaweed.
Oh.
Like it was shriveled. There was no cheese. There was no dip. It was just the spinach. Just it looked like a horse chewed up some grass and spat it in that. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like. And I'm there, and then like the chips were old. I was just like, and I'm on a date, bro. I'm like, this is her first time going to Cheddar's. She had never been to Cheddar's. And I was like, yeah, Cheddar's is good. They got good prices for the good food. Well, let's go check it out. And then like we're having the worst experience. The food was okay, but like my girlfriend at the time, I think she had got a salad. She wanted a breadstick with her salad. And then she was like, hey, I didn't get my breadstick. She finishes her meal and then the breadstick comes. The one breadstick. After she's already done with her whole meal. Oh. And I'm already like way done. Because I think I had just got chicken tenders. Because I was just like, bro, if it's like this, I'm not gonna even try to order anything complicated. Like, just give me some tenders. Bro, this was the worst service. I wanted to give him change as a tip.
Yeah, that would be appropriate.
And I don't know if anybody out there is gonna be like, oh, you're sorry, but hey, this dude was sorry. And I'm sitting here watching this other guy tend to his tables, like killing it. I'm like, dude, can we get that guy? Because that dude was killing it. Our dude was just trash. And that was... you know what he
was doing? He was probably in the back freestyling with the cooks.
Probably. I mean, I don't even know because like, the Mexicans are in the back in the kitchen. So whenever that door swings open, that's what's going on in the kitchen. So I don't think this dude, I don't know if it was his first day. It didn't even look like it was his first day because he looked comfortable, like with his uniform, pockets, blah, 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 the notepad, blah, blah. I don't know what this dude was, but that was the worst service I received in a while. So yeah, if she listens to this podcast, she'll remember exactly. And like we walked away and I was just apologizing. I was like, I am so sorry. The spinach dip is never this terrible. This food is never this late, this cold. And it was just so bad, bro. I gave him a $1 tip.
Did you at least like take her out for ice cream to make up for the night?
No, no. Like the night did not end badly. Let me just let me just preface that. Like, all right, your boy out here know how to treat a woman. All right, trust.
Okay. Yes,
trust. All right, so like, yeah, I made sure to make up for that for sure. But we were literally just dumbfounded by this guy's service, and
dude, that's wild,
dude. It was so like I've had like semi bad experiences, like whatever, like they forgot, my side or whatever. But like I said, I've worked in the business. I know how things can happen and people can forget. Yeah. Well, but this dude, never in my life. I was like, dude, you're garbage. You're trash. You're dog water. Dog water, bro. Get out of here. But yeah, that was my soapbox. That was my soapbox. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm still upset. I haven't been to Cheddar since. I
can tell, man. I think I opened up a wound there.
It was just bad, man. It was just really bad. I'm sorry. What was the worst service that you've experienced?
I mean, mine's not that bad. Jeez.
No.
The one, at least the one that comes to mind. I remember I was at who was I? Oh, I was in California. I was in Sacramento, and I remember I was there getting some food, dude. And then the person who was there was like, "Can you pull?" It was, I don't even remember what restaurant, or not even, it wasn't even a restaurant. It's probably fast food. But they were like, "Can you pull off like that way, and then we'll bring you your food?" And then so I was like, "Yeah, cool." And then so
I think I know where this is going. No way.
No. It was actually kind of weird. Like, it's kind of random. So we pulled up, and then we see homeboy come up. Right, he's some Asian dude, some old Asian guy, and he's coming up with our food. And then I forgot what we were doing, dude. We were like laughing in the car or something, and then we like looked over at him, and I guess he thought we were laughing at him. I don't really know, but he comes up, dude, and he comes up like salty, dude. He was like, "What's so funny?" And we were like, "What?" And he goes, "Why are you laughing? You laughing at me?" And I was like, "Bro, chill out, bro. Nobody's laughing at you." You know?
Oh my gosh.
And he was just, yeah, dude. He just went like 0 to 100 as soon as we lowered that window. Hey, what's so funny? We were like, not you.
Dang, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then he turned around and walked away, dude. He was like muttering something in Chinese or whatever language it was, and then I was laughing.
Man.
I was like, man, homeboy's having a bad day.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably in it, man. He's probably having a really bad time, and then he got to be out here in the delivering food to y'all's car, and then he walk up in there and y'all are laughing. Yeah, I've actually had instances where I thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. Shout out to that guy, man. Shout out to, if you're still alive.
To that Chinito.
To that Chinito. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right, man. You're all right. We weren't laughing at you. I don't even think you'll ever hear this bad. But in the off chance, we weren't laughing. They weren't laughing at you. You were just having a bad day. It's all good though.
Well, that's it, man. That was my worst experience. That's it. Other than that, everybody's been doing pretty cool, you know. Everybody does a job.
Your drive-through experiences have been pretty awesome since, or
yeah. I mean,
okay.
it's all right, man.
Okay. All right, hit me with your next question, man.
This is actually a good one. This is a little thought provoking.
Okay.
So think about this one.
Put on my thinking cap.
I'll tell you mine, since mine's I already know mine, and I'll give you a chance to think about it. So, who are some people that I'll tell you what, who have you met only once, but they left a big impression on you?
Wow. Met only once, big impression.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm kind of cheating because I haven't met him once. I've actually met him 3 times, but I'm going to say Dave Chappelle. Talking about Dave Chappelle. I actually met Dave Chappelle 3 times from my last job when I was working at the airport, and he was the absolute coolest guy that you'll ever meet in your life.
Dude, for real?
Yes. He let me take a picture with him. He signed my Chappelle Show seasons. Like, I had asked him, because I was kind of hesitant about it, you know, because I was like,
of course.
I don't want to ask him. Okay, so I'll tell you the full story. The full story was that he came here to San Antonio because he was here for comedy shows, dude. He was touring for a while. This was like probably 3 years ago. And when he was here, I think he had 3 shows, and then immediately, bro, immediately, as soon as his shows opened up, they sold out within 10 minutes. So, all 3 of them. And then so what he did was he did a 4th show. He added a 4th show for everybody who didn't get tickets so they can go see that one. And then that one sold out within 10 minutes. Like, it was intense, bro. Like, it was like, gosh dang, I didn't realize they sold out that quick.
Yeah, man.
You know?
It was a hot ticket.
But, yeah, man. But anyway, so he was here, and then he was flying private, and he was flying he came from Columbus, that's where he lives, in Ohio. And then from here, he did his first show. And then the next day in the morning, he would fly to Houston. I have no idea why. I mean, that's his business anyway. But he would fly to Houston in the morning, and then in the afternoon, he would fly back, and then he would do his show in the evening. And then he would stay here, and the next morning early, he'd go to Houston again. And he did that every day while he was here in San Antonio. And then it wasn't until the last show when he was finally like going home. And then, so I got a chance to see him for that whole week. And the first night that he showed up, I was off that night. So I was like, shucks, man. I was so upset, right? Because I was thinking, you're never going to see him again. That was it. He's only here one time and he's gone. Mm-hmm. So I was really upset, you know, because I was like, gosh, dang it, dude. Of course he shows up on my day off, right? But then my friend that was there was like, no, calm down. Like, it's cool because he's going to be here all week. So you're going to get a chance to see him. because they were showing me pictures with him that they had taken, and I was like, "What, dude? That's crazy! Y'all guys took pictures with him." But anyway, so the next day, whenever he showed up, he shows up from Houston, right? He comes out of the plane, and then there was a driver that was there, and the driver was even telling me too. He was like, "Yo, he is really cool. If you want a picture with him, if you want him to sign anything, whatever, you just tell him. He will honestly do it." And I was like, "Yeah, like you be really well." And then he was like, "Yes, dude, he is a genuine person. Like seriously." So I was like, "Okay." So then when he comes off the plane, I'm like in fan mode, right? I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like it's you, it's Dave Chappelle, right?" I mean, and who wouldn't, right? So he was, I was kind of like that, man. I'm trying to like calm down a little bit so I could talk to him. You know what I mean? Because I was like, man, I don't know how long I even have with him. You know what I mean? Now that he's here, so I'm over there like trying to calm myself down a little bit while he's saying hi to the people that he saw yesterday. They saw them again, and he was like, "Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. Thanks for coming over here. Whatever, right?" And then he sees me, and I'm a new guy, and then he was like, "Hey, you weren't here yesterday." I was surprised that he knew that I wasn't there yesterday. You know what I mean? Because maybe I was somewhere hiding. I don't know. But anyways, so I'm all excited, and I'm like, "Yeah, I wasn't here yesterday. I was my day off, and I'm over here like spilling my whole business, right, when I shouldn't have to." But he was. I told him, I was like, "Yeah, it's my first time meeting you, whatever." And then I was like, "Hey, can I bother you for a picture? Is that okay?" And then he was like, "Yeah, dude, absolutely. Give me your phone." And then so we were able to take a picture together, and I was really excited about that. I still have that picture, matter of fact. But we got a chance to take a picture together, and then he got in his car, and then he ended up driving off to go do the show. And then the next day was whenever I had said hi to him again, because he remembered all of us, and we were all there. And then so he says hi to everybody, and then I told him when I got him alone for a second, I said, "Hey, I'm like a really huge fan," and I was like, and I honestly bought all of your seasons whenever they came out, like back when they first came out, back in like 2006 or 7, whenever it was that they came out. And so I was like, "If I bring them, can you sign them? Is that too much to ask?" And he was like, "No, man, not at all." He's like, bring them, and tell me to sign them. I'll sign them." So that was it. I was like, "Okay, cool." So then the next day, before I went to work, I had to like find him, and then when I found him, I took him to work. And then whenever I took him to work, I told him, I was like, "Hey, Mr. Chappelle, it's me again. I don't know if you remember. You said you were going to sign the seasons, whatever I was telling you about." And then he goes, "Oh, yeah." He was like, "Bring him." So he literally told everybody, "Hold on a second." And then he made everybody wait so he could sign my Chappelle Show seasons. Dude, that was intense. I was like, "Oh, my gosh." And then in the end, he gave me back and then, okay, so like, I don't know if you've seen how they come, but they'll have like season 1 and 2 and then the lost seasons, and then they'll come in like a pack, right? To have, or like it's a case to like have all 3 of them in there. And then I gave him the case thinking he was just going to sign the case. He signs the case, and then he pulls out season 1 and 2, and then he signs those. He didn't sign the lost episodes though. Do you remember those?
No, I didn't.
When he walked away from the show.
That's right.
That season when he walked away from the show, he didn't sign that season, but he signed 1 and 2. Oh. And I was like, "Oh, he did that on purpose." I was like, he probably got beef with that last show or the last season. But anyways,
doesn't he talk about it somewhere, like in one of his stand-up? Yeah.
Yeah, he has negative memories about it. But
yeah.
But anyway, so he signed season 1, season 2, and he signed the case, and he put them all back in there, and then he handed them back to me, and I'm over here like, "Thank you so much, Mr. Chappelle. Really, like, this means so much to me." And then he goes, "Not at all, man." He's like, "You know what? I want to thank you." He's like, "Because it's people like you that have me here today." I was like, "What?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But what does he mean by that? Like,
it's people like you buy my merchandise, like you're my fan. Like, it's because of my fans that I'm here. Because if nobody wanted to see me, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like,
not like physically here.
Yes.
Oh, but like here at this level.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you meant like physically here, like at the airport. And I'm like, wait, what?
Well, technically, because he's here for a show.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're right, but I'm like, I guess I was like interpreting literally, not like, "Oh man, I'm here like at this point in my life because of y'all." Like, I just heard, yeah, because I'm here right now. Like, I thought it might have been like kind of like, "Oh man, y'all got me waiting up. That's why I'm here." Because I don't know. but you obviously understood it the right way. That's what matters.
It was intense, man. It was such a good moment. It was such a genuine moment. You know what I mean? And
dude, that's so freaking awesome, man.
I never in my life ever thought I'd even meet Dave Chappelle, much less have that moment with him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's crazy, bro. I'm jealous, man.
Dude, it was intense, man. It was a great moment. But anyways, okay, so I was going to you. I don't know if you want to skip that question or if you want to answer it.
No, I mean, I don't think I've met anybody once that left like a crazy impression on me like that I can remember. I thought I was the coolest at this one moment when, cause you know that they have this local like festival here called Rock the Desert, right?
Oh yeah. I used to go to those a long time ago.
Yeah. So I was invited to go this one time. A buddy of mine got an in, and he was able to get me a media pass. So I was able to go. At the time, I was really heavy into photography, so I was able to go and shoot, and I didn't have to worry about anything. I got the pass. I was able to get next to the stage. Blah blah blah. He hooked it up, but I thought it was cool because like he had these connections. And there was this woman, this artist that I knew before, like that whole event. Like I'd heard her music. I thought she was an amazing vocalist. Like this girl can blow. She's tight. I was like, man, this chick is cool. And then like, there was this one moment where I was like able to stand next to her and hang out, and we chopped it up. And I was just like, it was dumb, but I was just like normal height. She's like she's a little bit shorter than me. She's just kind of like chill. We're just sitting here chatting it up. And I'm just here with my camera and I'm just like, whatever. And she's just like in the conversation, like if she knew us like forever. And I'm like, dude, and if anybody knows, her name is V Rose. That's her artist name, V Rose. Okay. I feel like her voice is seriously slept on. Like she's got pipes, bro. She's got some vocal skills. And I've always said that. And I was saying that before I even met her. And I was just like blown away that I was chopping it up with her, just standing next to her. And I was just kind of like in the inside, I was kind of like freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, look, I'm standing next to her. And like, we just chopping it up. It was no big deal. Cause like it didn't even last long, but that was the time I felt the coolest. Cause I was like, "Yo, I'm standing next to an artist. I'm standing next to an artist. I'm standing next to an artist."
Yeah.
But I don't think she'll ever hear this podcast. But V Rose, if you're out there, I mean, I don't know if you're single. I don't know if you were single then, but I thought you were like so. I mean, she's very pretty. She's so pretty, and I'm a sucker for a woman who can sing. I'm pretty sure she's with somebody now. I follow her on Instagram. And I think like I've seen her post with her man, and that's dope. But like this was years ago. I didn't know she was with somebody, but man, I was trying to like, what's up? You know what I mean? Anyway, she's never gonna hear this, but V Rose.
But if she is hearing this, by the way, my man Julian, he is on point. You want him? He is the man of everyone's dreams. Get at him.
Oh God!
Hurry up!
Slide in them DMs, please.
Yes.
Nah, yeah. V Rose, if you ever listen to this, you're amazing. I think you're great, and that moment really stuck with me because you're awesome. But yeah, that was the only time I met like somebody for one, because it was only the one time, and it was only for like a small couple minutes. And that left an impression on me, I guess. So yeah, there you go. There's your answer. Yeah. All right. So is it my question or your question?
It's your question.
All right, my question. Let me throw this one at you.
Okay.
Do you have a mentor? If so, who is your mentor?
I don't right now, but I had a mentor. His name was David Bonilla. I don't know if you'll ever hear this, but he was. The story with him is that he was in charge of the music program at the church that I was going to here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And he knew so much about live performances, setting up stages, and then the board itself, whenever you're sitting there doing live performances on how to EQ and how to the volumes and everything for each instrument, each line, so on and so on. And so he taught me so much about live performances and even beyond live performances, especially whenever I was going to school for music. he was that side mentor outside of school that, you know, I would hang out with a lot, and he showed me everything that he knew. I would pick his brain all the time, and he was incredible. He was such a good mentor though. And I say that because in the last time that we saw each other was probably in like 2012, maybe 2013. So it was a while ago. And I never forgot his name. His name was David Bonilla. That's how much of an impact he had on me.
Legit. So David, if you ever hear this podcast, know that you were looked up to, man. Wow. That's awesome,
Absolutely.
man. Absolutely. Yeah, man. That's awesome, man. As far as me, do I have a mentor? No, not currently. I don't have a mentor. I feel like everything that I'm pursuing, that I'm doing, honestly, I'm learning myself. Like there's a lot, like this podcast. Even before this, when I was doing Twitch streams, live streaming, I guess I probably had more of a mentor then. But nah, I don't really have a mentor now. Like I feel like that's one thing that is about me right now, is that all this stuff that I'm pursuing, like equipment and such, all the things that I'm investing in, I'm doing it on my own. Yeah, you know what I mean? I guess I'm my own mentor. So yeah, that's for me.
Hey man, that is a good answer, but there's always times that we're always our own worst critic, you know what I mean?
Oh no, definitely. I mean, after everything that I do, man, I always go back and listen to it myself. Like, dude, I went back and I listened to all my podcasts just to make sure like things sounded right, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's not because I'm big headed, but yeah.
I can't even imagine with photography, man, because you're probably looking at that picture and you're like, no, I can do better. No, I can do better.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, bro. That was how I was like spending hours editing like just a handful of photos, bro. Even just like one or two.
Yeah.
But people liked it, man. I got to a place where that I liked the work I was putting out. I mean, that was one thing. I never put it out unless I liked it, you know, for me. And other people felt it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. People still want me to do photography, which I'm like, oh, I'm not really doing that.
I was going to ask, is that something that you would still want to do?
I mean, still want to do. I mean, no, not like, I don't know. Not like heavy. Because when I was in it heavy, I was in it heavy. That was the thing I was pursuing. I was putting a lot of time, energy, and money into that, and that was the hobby. I've set it down. I've kind of walked away from it, and I've kind of I'm starting to pursue other interests and stuff. So I can only invest so much of myself into. I can't spread myself too thin. I mean, because I feel like I'm not getting all the passion, all the attention that needs when I'm spreading myself thin. You know what I mean? So yeah, for right now, you know, this podcasting thing is what's taking up my thoughts and research and time and money and just something that I want to do right now. I mean, I can still pick up a camera and kind of mess around with it, but like that passion isn't there as much as it was before when I was really loving it and such. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do it like switch off of this to do that. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway,
okay.
Yeah, good. Man. Actually, man, I'm seeing how long we've been going. Should probably wrap it up. We're gonna be doing more of these, guys. We got definitely more questions to ask, and of course, my friend LUPE, he's a great guest to have on. But we're gonna wrap it up for today. That way, I'm not talking your ear off. You know, we're not. You know, because it's gonna be about an hour now on this podcast episode, which is solid for me and hopefully solid for you. But we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna have him back, of course. He's got some stuff coming up soon. Actually, stuff coming up next week. So we're gonna be able to have him on next week again, and we'll be able to talk more about these questions, and then stuff that he's doing. Talk about more of Hero Records for sure. Yeah, I like that.
Let's get one last question and leave food for thought.
Okay.
Next time.
Okay.
Until next time. Last question is, if you could ask one question to get to know somebody, what would you ask them?
Definitely what I ask people to get to know them is, what's your playlists? What's the music on your playlist?
That's solid. That is solid.
That's how I like to get to know people, is through their music.
Okay, let me switch this up. How about to somebody that you're interested in, somebody that you're going to date? What is one? Would it be the same question?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Anybody that I want to talk to, especially if I'm pursuing them romantically, let me see what music you got, because that'll tell me a lot about you.
That's a good point.
Yeah, man. I feel like music is so integrated with some people's thoughts and feelings and such, and different music styles will tell different vibes with different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I ask. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, that's good, man. Solid question.
Yeah. Solid question. Solid answer. Gun fingers. You can't see me because this is not video yet. But yeah.
But I heard that sound effect. That's what matters. Right?
Yeah. Oh man, such a good time. We're gonna have him back, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna be enjoying much more of my friend Lupe here on the Julz and Gems podcast. Thank you so much. We're gonna actually outro with the same song that we introed with, song that he produced. This is Dealing with Problems. Once again, thank y'all so much for hanging out and listening to the Julz and Gems podcast. We'll see you in the next episode, guys. Ask about them playlists. All right. See y'all next time. Later.